Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Dear Level 1 students, welcome to the second lecture of Accounting 1 course. In the last lecture, we talked about the objectives of learning accounting, understood the accounting definition, recognized the steps of accounting cycle. On accounting cycles, more than 5 steps. Step number 1, analyze transactions or analyze financial transactions. Step number 2, record in the journal. Step number 3, post to ledger or transfer to T account. Step number 4, prepare trial balance. Step number 5, prepare financial statements or reports. قلنا financial statement include 1, income statement. Number 2, financial positions statement. Number 3, cash flows statement. Number 4, change of owner equity statement. Number 5, comprehensive income statement. فأخذنا ال steps of accounting cycle and determined the elements of financial statement or elements of financial reports or concepts of financial reports and the users of financial statements or financial reports. Today's lecture continues the following points. Number 1, conceptual framework طارق مفاهيمي include objectives, principles, assumptions, elements or concepts. Number 2, potential certification of accountant. And number 3, types of activities performed by business organizations. History of the conceptual framework. The conceptual framework went through 5 historical phases as follow. First phase at April 1989, framework, the preparation and the presentation of financial statements was approved by the International Accounting Standard Committee, IASC. Second phase at July 1989, framework was published. Third phase, April 2001, framework adopted by the International Accounting Standard Board, IASB. Fourth phase at September 2010, conceptual framework for financial reporting, 2010 approved by the IASB, International Accounting Standard Board, وده كان joint project between FASB and IASB. Finally, March 2018, conceptual framework for financial reporting 2018. conceptual framework مر ب5 مراحل في أبريل 1989, July 1989, April 2001, September 2010, ده كان joint project between IASB and FASB, and March 2018. This figure shows summary of conceptual framework, which includes 3 levels. Level 1, related with the purpose of accounting or why accounting. المستوى الأول في ال conceptual framework. Why accounting? Objective: provide information about the reporting entity that's useful to present and potential equity investors, lenders, and other creditors in their capacity as capital providers. Why accounting أو ليه المحاسبة أو الهدف أو الغرض purpose of accounting. الغرض من accounting هو level 1 in conceptual framework. level 2 bridge between level 1 and 3 اللي هي qualitative characteristics خصائص النوعية للinformations المعلومات. bridge between level 1 and 3. level 3 how implementation. Level 3 includes 3 items. Number 1 principles, number 2 assumptions, and number 3 elements or concepts. Principles include measurement, قياس, historical cost, fair value, present value, and other. Number 2 revenue recognition, الاعتراف بالإيراد. Number 3 matching principle, matching between expenses and revenues، المقابلة بين المصروفات والإيرادات. and number 4 full disclosure اللي هو الإفصاح الشامل في in financial statement or reports. principles measurement, revenue recognition, matching principle, full disclosure. Number 2 assumptions افتراضات. Number 1 time period فترة محاسبية. monetary unit وحدة نقدية ووحدة نقود. economic entity وحدة الاقتصادية. going concern فرض الاستمرارية. actual basis فرض الاستحقاق. and elements or concepts assets, liabilities, equity, revenues, and expenses. conceptual framework تقسم ل 3 levels. level 1 why accounting. level 2 qualitative or bridge between level 1 and 3. level 3 how implementation وعاملين له split principles assumptions elements or concepts. Now let's review these items in details, and let's beginning with principles, which consists of 4 principles. Number 1 measurement principles, historical cost, fair value. Number 2 revenue recognition. Number 3 matching between expenses and revenues. And number 4 full disclosure. Assumptions. Number 1 economic entity. 2 going concern. 3 monetary unit. 4 time period. And actual basis of accounting. Elements or concepts. Those are 5 elements as we mentioned in the last lecture. Elements number 1 is assets and it's include two types of assets, fixed assets and current assets. Fixed assets like building and land, cars, equipment, machines, furniture, computers. They are tangible assets. Fixed assets include tangible assets and intangible assets. Tangible assets, building, land, cars, equipment, machines, furniture. Intangible assets, goodwill, trademark, copy and write, R&D, research and development and other. إذا fixed assets أو أصول ثابتة tangible assets and intangible assets أصول ملموسة وأصول غير ملموسة. Current assets like cash, bank, account receivable, debitors, creditors, notes receivable, investments of securities, inventory أو inventories أو merchandising goods. current assets أصول متداولة cash, bank, account receivable اللي هم الديبيتورز، الكاستمرز اللي هم العملاء أو المدينين، notes receivable أوراق القبض، investments of securities استثمارات في الأوراق المالية، inventories المخزون أو الانفنتوري، goods and others. Elements number 2 is liabilities. It's also include two types of liabilities, short-term liabilities and long-term liabilities. Short-term liabilities like account payable, دائنون, creditors, suppliers, notes payable, أوراق دفع, bank overdrafts, بنك سحب على المكشوف. Long-term liabilities like loan, قروض, bonds payable, سندات. liabilities الالتزامات include short-term liabilities and long-term liabilities. Concept or elements number 3 owners أو owner equity, capital هو رأس المال, net income plus or minus plus لو الانكم بتاعي profit minus لو الانكم بتاعي loss. يعني net loss minus capital, net profit plus الايه capital minus ال withdraw or drawing اللي هي الايه المسحوبات الايه الشخصيه. Elements number 4 expenses. expenses اللي هي المصروفات زي ال purchases, store salaries, advertising, depreciations, interest debit أو debit interest, losses خسائر. expenses purchases مشتريات, salaries مرتبات, advertising إعلان, rent إيجار, depreciations إهلاك, الانترست أو الديبت انترست فوائد المدينة, losses اللي هي الخسائر. revenues elements number 5 revenues إيرادات زي sales revenue إيراد المبيعات, interest revenue or كريدت انترست. الجينز المكاسب، سيلز اللي هي المبيعات، الانترست ريفينيو او الفايده الدائنه اللي هو الكريدت انترست، and gains اللي هو الايه اللي هي المكاسب. Studying these various branches of accounting makes you qualify to get number of certification, and this potential certification of accountant are Certified Public Accountant CPA, Certified Managerial Accountant CMA, Certified Internal Audit CIA, Certified Fraud Examiner CFE, Certified Financial Analyst CFA, Certified Financial Planner CFP. Type of activities performed by business organization. Business entities can also be grouped by the type of business activities they perform to: services companies, merchandising companies, manufacturing companies. Thanks for your listening, and I am waiting for your questions about this lecture, and meet you in the next lecture.